been a while, and yeah, it's been a while. It's been an interesting few months. It's been a while since I did a video, uploaded something on YouTube. COVID-19 has come, changed so many things for so many people, taken some of the people that we know away, as in, they passed on from COVID-19. And I personally am very grateful to God that I'm here and able to do another video, as it were. And the only thing I'm going to say by way of advice is just to ask that you be the best version of yourself that you can be. Things seem to be calming down a bit, and yeah, we're all looking at returning back to what people refer to as a new normal. Not quite sure what that is yet, but we're figuring it out as we go along. But having said that, there are a few new things in development which I will be sharing on this channel over time. And in the interim, back to the things I love doing, cooking. I will be grilling some goat ribs. Can you imagine? Goats have these thin ribs, but just enough meat on them to make them interesting. So wait for that. Now, to go with the goat ribs, the barbecued goat ribs, I'm going to be making a salsa. So it's going to have spinach, tomato, sweet pepper, onion, and then we're going to flavor with cumin, lime, black pepper, salt, and oregano. Soon come, but chop, chop, chop. Okay, now chop, chop, chop done. It's now time to put it together, and you will see the final product in a bit. It's basically going to be mixing up in a sizable bowl, and then adding those condiments and flavors until you get the taste you want. And there you have it, all mixed up. The lime comes through, the cumin comes through, black pepper comes through. I love cooking with fire. Hello, there you go. The meat is in the packets, cooking over a slow fire. Okay, so the salsa's ready, come out of the fridge. And yeah, the goat ribs are done. That's skin, but why not? And we have a guest. Hello. And we're going to have an interesting conversation.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for this food to be dished. I can't wait.
Well, hi people. Well, Chiamaka, Ifediora is her name. She runs a company called Merging Butters. She's known as Not Afraid of Colors on Instagram. And she's a travel geek. I say she lives in the sky most of the time. Most of us live in houses. She sleeps on airplanes. And that is when she's not invading different countries to do whatever it is she does. And she just decided to grace us with her presence today and to enjoy the little, food that we've made. So we've got salsa and we've got goat ribs all sorted out. And we'll be gisting and, just flow with us.
We're sorry you can't join us, by the way.
She's not sorry.
Because imagine like 5 people here sharing this food. No.
She's not sorry.
I cannot wait to start eating. God, I love food so much.
Oh my days. Can you imagine? She's dancing. She's doing a food dance.
Yay!
And which one do you want? Just choose one. Your hands will be...
So first thing I need to tell you guys is I don't always eat the cutlery, and that sometimes gets me disinvited to places, but this is just for starters. The rest of the show,
we are not so... We don't care. days. Oh my word.
But
Not exactly, but it's the what's it called? The sauce has caramelized completely.
oh. This is like my no ram meat.
This is actually good meat.
Because nobody gave me ram for sour, so like this is like sour all over again.
Oh wow. I can imagine. Sorry, we're being very crude over here. So how's it been, your COVID-19 experience?
I lost a friend.
Oh wow.
Um,
So sorry.
Thank you. Last Saturday was the first time I left the estate since March.
Wow.
Staying indoors. I don't think I've seen up to 10 people in March, April, in almost 7 months.
There was a time that you were sort of missing in action on social media, and somebody actually sent me a message. Says, "Where's your friend?" And I had to get in touch with him. What's going on? Oh, Chiamaka, has Amaka disappointed us again? I was like, no, Amaka hasn't disappointed us. Amaka was busy. What were you doing?
So I had some exams. I had academic work. I had some exams, and I figured I didn't have an excuse not to get a distinction. So I sat down and said to myself, first distraction, seeing as I don't watch TV, is the internet. So I thought, okay, just knock it off. Take 2 hours away from social media, launch it right into your books, and that was it.
And how did it go? Ooh, she had a distinction. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. But I assure you, going to school when you're old is like, oh gosh. I just want to count money. I don't want to read anything anymore.
She's Igbo, so
I'm Mewe.
you don't know.
So there's Igbo and
Oh no, sorry,
Mewe.
she's Mewe.
That's a different.
That's a very different thing entirely. So.
It's a different kind of Igbo.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I'm having so much fun. Thank you.
Oh wow. And what do you think the future is going to be like for the travel industry?
I mean, as far back as April, I think we had already a couple of research. I mean, even though things keep changing every other week, but we've done some research and preempted that the travel and tourism industry will come back in first quarter of 2021. Somewhere along the line, we pushed it to second quarter of 2021. So basically, anyone who's in this industry will have 1 year of zero revenue, if you like. A lot of people have had to fire their staff.
That's pretty tough.
It is. A lot of people have had to fire their staff. We're not exempt in our office as well. We've had to lay off because we couldn't afford a lot of things. But some people say travel will never come back to the way it was before. I tend to disagree. There's what they call public inertia. People will forget. People will forget, and life will come back
to
Yes.
what it was
people
before.
will forget, and some, like, I was trying to explain to someone, I said, you know how mothers, when they're at the point of childbirth, say, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do this again. Then they do it the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, because we forget. As human beings, we forget pain. We just do. So I believe it will come back.
That's an amazing analogy. She gives birth and she's like, she wants to kill the man who got her pregnant, and she's screaming. And immediately the child is out. It's like, oh, she's in love all over again. And the next day she's planning the next one. I do not know how you women do it. Don't ask me. But yeah, that's an amazing analogy, because the thing is, even if it's just for function alone, travel needs to happen.
That's correct.
But you can't take out the luxury part of travel, because people want to travel. Quite a few people who can afford to want to travel in comfort.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Okay.
But we'd hope that with outbound tourism shut down, as they opened the interstate borders, we thought that things would improve. In Nigeria, people travel. A lot of people wanted to over the summer. But there are not a lot of places in Nigeria that are ready.
That people will want to go to. Yeah, we have that challenge in Nigeria.
We do. When you think about security, you think about just moving there alone. It's just a task. I desperately wanted to go to a Voodoo cattle ranch, but someone saying to me, you fly to Calabar, then you do 6 hours by road. I'm like, no, count me out.
6 hours by road?
Yes, to get to
from Calabar to Obudu.
And I said, I mean, that's not to say that I can't do it. It's just.
Why doesn't someone simply, create a
So they had a charter. They had a charter that
okay.
used to go from even from Lagos there and all of that. I don't know what happened, because I mean, you see those pictures and images and you think, I absolutely have to see this.
Yes, I'm of that opinion too.
House on the road.
So these are some of the challenges for Nigerian tourism.
Yes, then there's Yankari Game Reserve. I mean, there's so many places that you just want to see. I'm told that there's some places that in Adamawa State that when you go there, I mean, you'd wonder why some people actually go to SA, because there's so much happening, Again, we're not ready. We haven't taken advantage. There's been a lot of lip service, and the private sector has pushed it, and we just hope that things will get better. Because we need to see our country, quite frankly.
I want to see my country too.
I really want to. Oh, why you're always traveling? No, you don't travel in. I said, I travel in. Oh, I've been to, I think, 20 states.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
No, I started traveling locally before I moved to
international.
This meat is so. Thank you. You say this is gold?
Yes, goat meat. I know it feels different.
What's this?
I hope it's tender enough. Oh, that's rosemary. It's just a herb.
Are you one of those people who just have plants all over their kitchen and go, oh, what are we going to do today? Rosemary.
Oh, I wish. That's something that I must take up as a challenge to begin to grow my own herbs.
What's the thing where you can grow those things with water?
Hydroponics?
Hydroponics.
But for herbs, it basically needs little pots, small little pots with the right type of soil, and just give it a go, give it a shot.
What if you're not at home? Who gets to water the plants?
No, unless you're not going to be around for a long time. Many of them tend to be pretty strong if you have the right varieties, and they'll survive. And not only so, they'll thrive. And of course, if you have someone around, just a little bit of water, nothing too serious.
I love plants. Especially when you can eat them. I'm so sorry, guys. Actually, I'm not sorry, but I love food. I can write a script. I can stick to this. I'm a hot mess. Sorry. And to top it up, this year was really tragic. Well, let me not say tragic. Last year was even worse. Nobody gave me ram meat. And I felt, like I started editing my contact list. Why do you have 2,000 contacts? When one of them killed a ram, what's your excuse for not killing a ram? What? So, right now, I've alienated so many people. I do has redeemed them with this salam meat. This is a redemption. Not taking my
I'm helping you guys out there. Whoever, you people that know her and you haven't given her meat, I'm helping you people.
Lovely. Okay, there comes the challenge. So I use my hand, I have to use my cutlery, and it's another. But you should tell them that when I came, first thing I said to him was, have you had malaria? Have you coughed recently? Do you sneeze?
Can you imagine?
After staying indoors for how many months?
Look at me. Have I coughed? Have I sneezed? Just
give me the meat. Let me sit down outside and then go from there. No.
Well, we know the times we're in, so it pays to be cautious. At the same time, while everything is opening up, please do take precautions. It's important. Take precautions. Don't just go out and believe everything will be okay. Be careful. Wear your masks. Use your sanitizer. Stay sharp. Okay? And we'll be all right.
So did I ever tell you? Once, I went out on a date with this guy. A few minutes in, after we placed the order and food was going to come, I said, I hope you don't mind. I tend to eat with everything. And he goes, everything? Yeah, sure. What? I'm like, no, I use the cutlery, and after a while I use my hands. So he's like, sure. When the food came, just exactly what I'm doing. I go from cutlery to this. And this guy probably looked at me and saw his future and thought, this one is a race. So he never called back. And his cousin, who desperately wanted me to be his bride, he says to me afterwards, I didn't even ask about ABC, and I go, oh, I thought she was knocked down by a truck or something. And then and she said, so after the day Judy was there, honestly, I genuinely wished him well, and asking God to let him rest in peace. If
indeed he was dead.
He just said something about using your hands to eat.
Oh my goodness.
I put all the caviar before the food came. So, I just thought to myself, wow, God bless him. God bless his heart. God bless his heart. Anyway, so that's for you guys outside, just watching chicks. If you see a chick that eats with her hand, then you go, oh my gosh, she's not bougie enough.
Please translate.
I was like, more like saying, Kurolana.
Get out! Shit!
Don't take a seat in traffic that you know you. Mm-hmm. So girls, you go out and eat your hand. Guys, you go out with your hand. Don't be.
I'm sure you guys already know that. Forget about my English speaking. I am as ras as they come.
Say it again, slowly, so that my brain can process that. He's not. He's down to earth.
I am as ras as they come. Forget.
He's down to earth. He's not ras.
Come on.
Ras people will bake one whole wing of goat. What side of goat am I using? The rib, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not you that served. What was that thing you cooked that time? It was last year. And he always has all these funky names for food. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anything that goes on top of rice is what? Stew.
No, we don't roll like that.
Not glazed. It has glazed something. I'm like, hey, God, can this food just...
Well, you already know the name of this show. Life should be delicious. What am I supposed to say again?
What about that thing you came up with? That thing you invented? The... The Gary?
The Gary Crisp.
Beautiful.
That thing is costing me a few private wars. People have asked me for the recipe. I've given them. I hope they've managed to replicate. But it was fun. And the salsa, I've been ignoring you for too long. I do apologize. The lime, the cumin.
There's a burst of flavor.
Very, very healthy. Apart from the fact that it's doing different symphonies in your mouth.
Quick question, because it's a bougie one, yeah? Why do they say when you're at the dining, you can't put your hand on your elbows should not be on the table? That thing is so... see, what people need to give me a flipping break.
Well, I do apologize.
Why
my skin color is rather dark. So I tend to make my own rules up as I go along. Yes, sometimes I put my elbows on the table, and a lot of the time, I try to be nice. Otherwise...
It's just so much more comfortable. Like, not even just your elbow, your entire arm, depending on how heavy it is.
If you're going to eat with your hands, your elbows will get on the table.
One day I'll even sit on the table while I'm eating.
Okay, sorry.
You will just know that at this one, we should invite her next time. Imagine.
Now, before we go, what sort of like, what would you like to have people leave with today?
I'd say be present.
Be present.
Just be present. I don't know that if I walk out this door, I won't get killed. Nothing is guaranteed. All I have is now. So be present, enjoy it. When you go to people's homes, literally be present. That's not time to be on the phone. Take everything in. Now, that's why I said not afraid of colors and just live life to the fullest, whatever that means for you. I feel like life is colorful, so there's no black and white for me. Like, I'm just going to take in all the colors. Some days you wake up, things are not okay. Some days things are okay. Just embrace everything and be present in the moment. This might be the worst time for you, you think. You don't even know what's in front. So just take everything in and find one thing to be grateful for. You have two eyes that are facing front or right or left. That's more than enough. You know, you can move when you want unassisted. You sleep and you wake up unassisted. I think life is beautiful. Everything else is, you know, is an addition, is icing on the cake. So just be present.
Like we always say, life should be delicious. And she basically just said that in our own words. So, thank you for coming, for joining us. And I think we need to do justice to what we have in front of us. So, we don't want you to see that. So, until the next time.